Hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? This is Kenny here, Kenny Evans, another car video. And this video is titled, Does She Just Want Your Attention? So this is a very easy thing to figure out, but a lot of guys don't really understand how to do it properly. And so therefore, as they continue, they get women who take advantage of them and just use them for their attention. But it's very obvious to be able to tell whether a woman wants your attention or not, and if she truly is interested in you or not. So first, there's the two people who I got it from. First is the former FBI hostage negotiator, Chris Voss, and life coach, Corey Dating Way. My man, life coach Corey, Coach Corey Wayne. Oh man, but yeah. Long day today, but yeah, um, but yeah, both of those guys have two different techniques that are completely unrelated. Obviously, the one with the coach, Corey Wayne, he's a life coach but a dating coach, but his stuff is geared towards dating. The former hostage negotiator, Chris Voss, his thing is more with negotiating, but you can use it in dating and other aspects in life. You know, you should definitely look him up. He has his book, um, um, The Hostage Negotiator, and I believe it is negotiating like your life depends on it. But look it up. It's a great book, very great book, and help you in life skills, not just in negotiating, but just throughout life. So check that out. But I'm going to start off with Chris Voss and his technique. So how it goes really is it's all about asking no-oriented questions. So the value of no-oriented questions are you don't feel as uncomfortable answering them, especially if it's something you would agree with, as opposed to a yes-oriented question. You know, like in sales, people are all about asking yes-oriented questions because they've been taught, hey, you got to go get more yeses in order to, get people more comfortable to buying whatever you're selling. But people nowadays are so conditioned to that yes, they feel like now if the more they answer yes, is like, what's the catch? You know what I mean? What are you selling me? For example, you say like, hey, do you like hot dogs? Yes. Okay. So, do you like ketchup on your hot dogs? Okay. Yes. And do you like sodas while drinking hot dogs? Yes. And you see, even me, I'm feeling uncomfortable with it. You know, because it's like, what's next? What's the next question? Get to the point? What do you want to sell me? What's the point of you asking me questions like this? So people answering yes nowadays, it's a sales technique, and people know that, and they just like, what do you want to sell me? What are you getting at? As opposed to no questions, you'd be like, do you like wearing a sweater during the heat? No. Okay. It feels a little bit more better. Then you say, so when it comes to the heat, are you opposed to having a fan during the heat? No. It's like, I'm sure you're leading, but it's more comfortable. You don't feel like you're being pressured or that you're about to be sold. So it's a very important question to ask when it comes to approaching women. For me, you want to, obviously, when it comes to approaching women, you're going to lead out with the compliment first. And yes, it's for the woman, but you want to gauge her interest. Depending on how she replies to the compliment, if she's excited, she has higher interest. If she's like, yeah, thank you, her interest is medium to low. And obviously, if she doesn't say anything and she's kind of just like doesn't even look at you, she doesn't have very high interest, and you could leave. But let's say she has high interest, says, hey, thank you, but then you say, okay, and this is the key. This is the question I like to ask women. You ask her, is this a bad time to talk? And I know it seems very simple. It seems like that's just a strange question. What are you asking her that for? And the key is to gauge her interests. That's the reason you ask that question, to gauge her interests. Obviously, if she says yes, it's a bad time to talk. She has no interest in you. You move on. But if she says, well, it depends on what you're talking about, or can I help you, or what do you need, anything like that, she's more in the middle. You can convert that, but her interest is more in the middle. What you're looking for is a no. This is not a bad time to talk. If she says no, then you know she has high interest and that she's open. You know what I mean? And if she's open, you continue. Boom. And you got Corey Wayne's technique. He calls it the name test. The name test is very vital. You know, you ask a girl her name. Very simple. And then after that, you wait and see if she asks your name. A lot of guys have gone through this. They introduce themselves, you know, and then they ask the girls the name. You know, naturally, she's going to reciprocate because you already told her your name. But with this, you realize, boom, you asked the girl her name, but now you see how high her interest is. And if she answers, she asks you your name, you know she has high interest, as opposed to she just leaves it blank. Because if she leaves it blank, that means she's not wanting to engage the conversation anymore. And she wants you to leave her alone. She may talk to you, but she's just doing it just to be friendly, and she's not really interested in you. It's like, you know, he uses, Corwin in this book, he uses this example. He says, who would you be willing to more talk to? You say, hey, is this a good place? You know, you see a woman, she has an empty seat next to her at a train station, let's just say. And you say, hey, is this a good, can I talk here? Or can I sit here? She says, sure, not even looking at you. You know, obviously you can sit down, but you can tell she doesn't really want to talk to you. She doesn't really want to engage with you. So she's just kind of being friendly just to, you know, let you sit down, but to leave her alone while you're sitting. Or you ask her, is this could I sit here? She says, sure. How are you doing? How's your day? You know, she's kind of engaging with you and asking you more information and kind of being overtly friendly to you. You know, she is really showing that she has interest in you. And that is the same thing with the name test. You know, if you ask a woman her name, she tells you, but she doesn't ask your name, you can tell she has no interest. But if she asks your name, then you know her interest is a little higher in you. So you're willing to engage. And then again, if she follows your lead, maybe you ask her to follow you to go somewhere. Yeah, or, you know, and she decides to do it. Doesn't ask any questions. Bam. You know? And then from there, you know, you're able to either hook up with her or get her number if you're not able to hook up with her then. You know what I mean? To set up a date. Or Corey Wayne will say set up a date there. You know what I mean? So it's very vital. But the key is if she is willing to say, and it's very important, if she is willing to say, hey, this is not a bad time to talk. But then she fails the name test. That is how you know she just wants your attention. Period, point blank. There's nothing to it. Move on. Unless if you just like to beat your head against the wall, you could bash your head, keep on going, and waste your time. But that is the best way to know if a woman just wants your attention. If she's willing to say, this is not a bad time to talk, but then she ends it by not answering the name test. Because by default, she's willing to talk to you, but she's not really interested. because she's not willing to know your name or anything really important about you. She'll talk, but she won't really move forward with you. That is the key. You guys, this is free. I helped y'all out for life now. Now you know whether you be wasting your time approaching certain girls. You now know a very well-known secret. I've never told anybody this. This is vital. Because sure, the name test, I mean, by default, you know, if a girl does not she doesn't ask your name, she's not highly interested. But now you know that she's just willing to talk to you without even moving forward. She just wants to waste your time. And again, none of this is 100%. You could convert a woman. You could move on and convert her and wear her down and do whatever you got to do all in time. But this is a quick way to tell whether a woman has interest in you or if she's just wasting your time. Very quick way, you know. And using this technique, you'll be able to go through women quick. Boom, 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 boom. Then you move forward. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I get it. It can be tough when you're dealing with a very attractive woman. But even then, it's just like, you got to keep in mind, she's wasting your time. Move on, move forward. You know what I mean? You gotta keep that in mind. You want women who make it easy. You want women who want you, and you want women who really are down for you and who will follow your lead and who will be down for what you want. You know, so you guys, you're welcome. You're welcome. This is a technique that will save you a lot of time and energy and frustration. So start using this whenever you start approaching women, and yeah, you'll be getting some great results. You know, you'll see the women who are just down for your attention and women who are genuinely interested in you. So again, this is not 100% foolproof, but you'll have an idea. You know what I mean? At least you'll have an idea of where she stands. So again, YouTube, I appreciate y'all spending some time with me, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this technique goes and whether you think it'll work or not work for you. And obviously, don't forget to hit that notification button. You know, I ask if you find value in this, share the video, donate. You know, I appreciate all your support. You know, we still growing now. We're still growing, you know, building momentum and everything. So I appreciate it, YouTube. And until next week, y'all be safe. And I'll talk with y'all then.